What's up, everyone? I'm Rhett.
I'm Seth.
Welcome to Cue the Score, presented by Paper Wings Music, which is us, the podcast where we talk about the music from movies, TV shows, and video games. Today we're going to be diving into Lorien Tester's soundtrack for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, an absolutely stunning game, and at the Game Awards for 2025, it won Game of the Year, Best Independent Game, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Independent Game, Best Debut Indie Game, Best Role-Playing Game, and finally, Best Score and Music. So we figured we should talk about it.
It sounds like this game scored.
Oh, nice.
Before we get started, I just want to briefly explain why this episode took a little bit longer to release. We actually had another video planned before this one, but unfortunately we ran into some copyright issues. Even though the video doesn't break any rules from a legal standpoint, the studio is saying that it does. That has been absolutely frustrating, to say the least. We're doing our absolute best to bring you guys relevant content, but sometimes we hit walls like this and it just slows everything down. So we're still trying to fight it. We'll keep you guys updated and we'll see what happens.
Hours of wasted effort editing. Anyways.
So without further ado, let's get into it.
Cue the score!
Cue the score!
So we haven't played this game before, so we're coming into this blind, but we know this game's soundtrack relies heavily on leitmotifs and themes, reoccurring themes. So we're covering 11 tracks: Lumiere, The Manor, MAELLE, GUSTAVE, MONOCO, LUNE, ALINE, VERSO, SCIEL, RENOIR, and ALICIA. Bad pronunciation, I'm sure. Correct me in the comments, but let's start with Lumiere.
Ooh, that's beautiful already. Ooh.
There's a lot of voice in this soundtrack.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice classical guitar.
Very different vibe for a video game. Already.
There's an atmosphere already. Very clear. Ooh, more voices.
Oh, that is cool.
And some strumming.
Sounds like she's singing in French, probably.
Yeah. I hear Clair Obscur. Don't know what that means, but... Oh, I like that pullback.
Yeah, that piano's pretty.
Has such like almost like an operatic, classical, very odd for a video game, but so beautiful. I really like how it pulls back and then it starts getting some motion again.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice cello solo. Then get your violin. I don't know who's on these instruments, but
yeah,
killing it. Or who's singing.
It's interesting, you have the guitar and the cello and the violin, and they're all kind of doing their own thing, but it's all supporting each other into one harmonious melody.
Conversation kind of back and forth.
Yeah. Got some more voices coming in right there. Add some power to it.
More determination here. Or resolve. Oh my gosh, this is sick.
Some pizzicato strings in the background there.
Oh gosh, that is crazy. That's
really
so
cool.
sick. That's some
this.
unique
I
stuff,
love this.
man.
There's really a lot of interesting things go. Like I said before, you know, you have the guitar and the cello and the violin, and they're all kind of doing their own thing, but they're also kind of having this back and forth, like this conversation. You know, you have the guitar featured in one section, then you have the violin and the cello in different sections, and it's just rhythmically, beautifully soft piece of music. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you know, not that I would be able to understand what they're saying in the lyrics, but I've heard that a lot of the story is kind of told and or spoiled, if you know how to look for it, in the music.
Oh,
So it's
interesting.
like telling you the whole time,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't know how to piece that together, but I'm sure
You're gonna have to learn French.
people in the yeah, but I'm sure people in the comments know all about the story and have devoured it. So I'm sure we're gonna get people lore dumping in the comments.
Yeah.
Have at it. And I also heard somebody say this, and this made a lot of sense when I was listening. This track works because it knows its job. It's not trying to be the star. It's there to hold space.
Mm.
I don't know who said it, but that kind of like made a lot of sense to me. Almost like it's holding a moment.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the meaning is, but so cool.
Great track to start this off.
Okay, moving on to The Manor, Our Painted Family. Ooh,
Mm.
nice. I love these beginnings.
I know, they're so cool.
You hear that processing, that like almost like reverse whoop whoop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh my god.
That percussion comes in strong.
That's a vibe, man. Well, it seems a little bit more, I don't know. Maybe serious is not the right word, but there's a tension.
Yeah, definitely a strong tension here in this one.
I almost feel like it's a little dangerous. Ooh, ba, ba,
That
ba,
bass.
ba. And that rhythm.
Ooh.
What is going on? I was expecting more of that operatic stuff.
I know,
but
it's definitely a vibe shift here. Oh, that
I
is so
love
cool.
that. Whatever that sample is. It's definitely atmospheric and just, you know, setting the tone for maybe this area.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
was
is
too
so
short.
cool. Very, very cool. Those bass hits definitely drive a lot of this track. You know, you have those strong percussion, those bass hits, and those chime sounds. It just all fits together so
Yeah.
good.
I was vibing, man. It was too short for me. I was
Yeah.
like, I need that on an hour loop.
You can
yeah,
definitely feel
definitely.
the tension and the pressure of whatever's going on in the game at this point.
Between those kind of chimes, like that you said, those samples, kind of odd samples in the back, I'm almost getting like slightly haunted manor vibes.
Yeah.
Not all the way there, but I can tell how this is really setting the mood for this part of the story or this environment of the story. Man, the themes in this are just
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and it's cool because it's like you almost get the feeling that something feels off. Like the music is telling you the answer is coming, but you have to wait for it.
Yeah, because it's not like rushing you anywhere. Because you can have this similar vibe, but it's like you need to be, moving. It's like chill for a minute, look around, take it in.
Mm-hmm.
I get more of a contemplative vibe rather than you need to be more active.
Yeah, I love that track a lot. I
What
really
does
like
it
that.
mean? What does it all mean?
You're gonna have to play the game and find out.
Yeah, this is my next game. I'm still playing Silk Song, man. That game is huge. Okay, number 3, we're moving on to MAELLE. MAELLE.
Something like that.
Oh,
Ooh.
there's little tremolos in.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. We get that voice coming back in here.
Good grief.
Very beautiful.
I wonder if whoever's singing is supposed to be like a character, telling the story.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels very personal.
Mm-hmm.
We get a little more dramatic here.
Kind of a walking forward.
That cello over
good.
top of the piano is cool.
Mm-hmm. And so good at pulling it back with the tension and releasing. There's so much tension and release.
Yeah. They're doing a lot with the very few amount of instruments.
Yeah, that's true. Like
It's like a
this
small
is like piano
chamber.
quartet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel it's very rounded in general.
Yeah.
Not sharp. Keeps rolling.
This motif works really well because it feels grounded. It gives you this very human anchor inside of a much larger story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that.
Ooh.
It's like you know what I'm getting heavy inspirations from? I don't know if you know what the game NieR is.
I've heard of it. Never played it.
I played the first one, but I never played the NieR Automata, the newer one. But it has a lot of vocal singing and a female vocalist in it as well, and has this kind of vibe, in my opinion. I feel like this has some strong inspirations from NieR.
Yeah.
I love it. It's sick,
interesting.
but doing its own thing at the same time.
Yeah. It's very rhythmic. There's no sudden changes. It's all just slowly rolls forward. Yeah, very beautiful.
Whoever MAELLE is, sounds personal to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to GUSTAVE.
Gustave. I don't think that's right.
Maybe. Darker.
Very dark.
Nice harmonies, though.
Yes. The texture on those strings is cool.
Yeah. That piano. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this guy does such a great job of making sure you have supportive instruments and main instruments at different times,
Yeah.
which means he's really good at, you know, orchestrating.
Yeah.
Like, the piano's doing so much, but it's not the main thing right now.
Yeah. Oh.
But now it just took center stage. What does this mean?
Even with some of those runs, the music still feels very restrained.
Yeah.
The harmony is stable, but at the same time, it's not very warm. It's very dark.
Which seems to be a theme throughout the whole thing so far.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. That sounds so good. I love that that roll. Blah, blah.
Yeah. The melody sits a lot higher in this one. Kind of gives you a sense of distance.
Mm-hmm.
Almost kind of like something observing from above rather than stepping in.
Yeah. More an observational piece.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Only piano.
Mm-hmm. Cello comes back in.
It's incredibly progressive too. Like, it just keeps the story moving.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's restrained, but it's pretty relentless actually at how much it drives forward.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good ending.
Yeah.
That was like an
Very good resolve.
unexpected. Yeah, it almost like you got all this motion, and then it's like, no. Stop. Yeah, just like grabs your heart. Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I feel like this one is, like you said, is a lot more like observational.
Mhm.
Like, let me see from a bird's point of view
Yeah.
the vibe of this character, rather than the last one seemed more personal, like intimate,
Yeah.
more like her own thoughts in her
Right.
head.
Yeah.
And like I was saying also, yeah, I feel like it's pretty relentlessly moving forward, not giving you the opportunity to sit in it.
Yeah. No, it's very true. It's like the motif works really well because it doesn't necessarily explain itself, if that makes sense. It just kind of exists. Like, it's been there for a long time, right? We've lived in this for a long time, which
That's cool.
almost makes it feel authoritative at the same time, but there's definitely kind of a presence that pushes the melody along.
Yeah. You know, a small interesting thing that I noticed is, you know how in the beginning you have those tremolos, that really dark, kind of sinister.
Yes, those were cool.
But it's literally only in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Like that very short part in the beginning, and then it's all this sweeping and moving piano. But it's just in the beginning. What does it mean?
What does it mean?
That's
So
the
cool.
catchphrase for this episode.
What does it all mean?
Tell us in the comments.
All right, so moving on to Monaco. Ooh, a little funky.
What?
What
The
is
soundtrack
happening?
is throwing me for a loop. What? Saxophone?
Some jazziness going on? It's funky.
Who is Monaco? This is sick, man. This was unexpected.
This is a different vibe for sure.
Got a few different harmonizing in there. Electric piano.
I want to know what's happening in the game during this.
I know. I gotta know.
It just threw me for a loop, bro.
Man, that's some jazz, man.
You have the saxophone, the piano in the background, heavy percussion. That bass.
I love that, like, break in between. Nice shimmer back there. Or
We
twinkle.
start to bring
rather.
it down a little bit.
That saxophone, and if it is a saxophone,
Yeah.
is singing, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, that was good. That was such a
Oh
good
my
choice
goodness.
to bring that bridge back, that da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but with
Yeah.
no other instruments, no percussion. You just know it's ending, but it's like there's already a payoff because you've been introduced to it a few times.
Yeah.
And then when they pull it back, but with nothing else and just those two, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, oh my gosh, it's such a good payoff.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool textures in there. You know, with the saxophone, you have the bass, the piano, and the percussion in the background that really drives this piece forward. That saxophone is just relentless in this.
Yeah, and does such a great jazz thing where it keeps switching back and forth between instruments to kind of like and electric piano solo, saxophone solo. Yeah, you know, it keeps doing that, and yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but like you said, it keeps coming back to that motif that kind of gives you a sense of familiarity throughout the piece, which is really cool. Really well done.
Okay, we are on a journey here.
We are definitely on a journey.
I mean, I was gonna play the game anyways, but I'm kind of enjoying this. Like, I haven't touched the game yet. I know nothing. I know no story. So I'm like, what am
Well,
I
what's
in
cool
for
is it
when I
kind of
start
gives you the vibe of the game before you actually go in and play it. You know what I mean?
this? Yeah. Next, moving on to LUNE.
More voice in this one.
Yeah. I don't know what instrument that is, but I'm almost getting like more of a country vibe. Slight.
It's like some kind of flute.
Or duduk or something. No, I don't think it's a duduk.
I only heard two instruments. That flute, whatever that is, and the piano in the background.
Yeah.
Very simple orchestration.
Second voice different person, I think. I could be mistaken, but I think there's two people singing back and forth. It's also very interesting how much that flute is continually playing throughout, as if it's singing with the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, two people. So that's interesting to kind of speculate why there's two people singing back and forth to each other.
Their voices kind of just blend together.
Well, now you have two of those, whatever they are. I have to know what that instrument is.
Very interesting instrument.
Tandis que la lune se fond dans l'aube, ton cœur se pose dans l'obscurité décidée.
This seems very narrative driven. Something that, like very like past experiences.
A
delving
clarinet,
into
maybe?
it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, it's okay. Your guess is as good as mine.
it kind of has the texture of a clarinet.
But the way it transitions between notes is
Yeah.
unexpected. Good grief.
Oh, very interesting. You know, it carries a lot of weight. And then this seems to be kind of a theme throughout this entire soundtrack, is just very simplified in the way of the number of instruments, right? We're not seeing these big, huge, lush orchestras here. They're very small quartets, 3, 4, in this case, 2 instruments, very simplified, but at the same time carries a lot of weight and a lot of emotion behind it. It feels very personal.
Which is like such a good tool to use. Like, for example, British drama, film, or TV, they pretty much are always going to either a quartet of single players or small chamber strings because you get that more intimate sound.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is the sound doesn't necessarily get smaller because they bring the mics closer, and so you only have so many instruments, but because it's all like it's really close to you,
Yeah.
you have this intimate but quite robust experience.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
I'm assuming that after I play this game, I'm emotionally going to be exhausted.
It feels that way. Yeah, just listening to the music, you're like, oh man.
Yeah. So I'd better drink a lot of water and be prepared for this. That takes us to ALINE. ALINE.
One of the two.
Interesting.
Got 2 voices there again.
That's nice.
I love that pause.
This sounds like an embrace. This sounds like somebody laying their head on somebody's shoulder to me.
Already it feels very calm, but at the same time, not passive.
Even though there's a little bit of like unknowing vibe. I feel very warm in it though.
Yeah.
Like almost a point of respite.
Yeah. They do a lot of kind of
Okay. Turning a corner.
some pizzicato strings. They do a lot of really cool kind of swells into silence, which is really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, now I feel like we've come into the next part of the track where it's making more of a statement.
We start to feel a little bit more steady and more supportive.
And if a lot of tracks hold silence or hold the space in this soundtrack, this one I feel like does the most so far.
Yeah.
In the quiet parts. Get out of here.
I love
Get out of here.
I love the fact that it kind of has these swells and then it kind of goes into silence. It's almost like you have this breath, you know, you're like and then it's like an exhale. You know, it's just instant relief, giving the listener a place to rest, but at the same time without stopping, with some continual motion throughout the piece.
I do feel like there's a little bit of each time it does that and it goes like climax silence.
Yeah.
There's always a little bit of unresolved energy there.
Yeah.
It's almost as if it's like we're almost there, but we kind of got to start again. Sorry. So it goes like da da bump. Da,
Yeah,
da, you know, start again, my friend. You're not there yet. So it's interesting, which kind of adds an emotional element. Again, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
There's this warmth, there's this resolution, but pedaling you back slightly so that you're in this like almost endless loop.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
Next on our list is Verso.
Verso.
Delicate.
Yeah.
Almost like glass could break.
Just piano here.
Oh man, those lower notes. They have a good thunk to them.
I'm a big fan of where they have the really low notes and the really high notes kind of playing at the same time, kind of almost like creating this tension between the two. Just a really, really cool effect.
Kind of like battling. Or dancing.
It feels very restless almost.
Yeah, for sure. Seems like there's a lot of story to tell in this character or motif. I also really am digging how A, this is just piano.
Yeah.
And B, like I said before, the top notes sound so delicate, but the lower ones have a nice, like,
it has a weight to it.
Bass. It has a weight to it.
Yeah.
So it's like they work really nicely together.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
This actually seems like it'd be quite difficult to play on the piano.
It feels like something's unfolding right before you as you're sitting, participating in this story.
Like the depth of, I just feel like the depth of this character is, it's deep. It's deep. Like a lot has happened to him.
Yeah.
And the weight of what he, I guess, has to do is weighing heavy on the mind.
I feel like the rhythm is really playing a big role here. You know, it really gives the track momentum without it turning into action music.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is really impressive for being just piano.
Have you noticed that several tracks end on an unresolved chord?
Yes. Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. It doesn't like resolve it to the correct chord,
Yeah.
which is
Like,
super
this story
cool.
is not finished.
Yeah.
We still have a lot more to go.
Yeah, which from what I'm kind of hearing about the game, that's the vibe, man. You like, it sounds like you never feel like, got it, we got it, or I understand.
Yeah.
Now, how do you pronounce this? SCIEL?
Skill? Cecile? Hold on. Jennifer, are you awake? Come here for a second. I need your French skills.
Is she French?
She took French in high school. How do you say this word? SCIEL.
I told you. Ciel?
Ciel?
Maybe it's CL.
Someone that had like 2 total years.
I know.
By Seth's wife's professional expert, 2 years of what, high school French?
Yeah.
No clue.
We're guessing CL. Correct us in the comments if you know how to pronounce this track.
Come on.
Oh,
A lot of texture on that bow.
lot of texture on that bow.
Nuit, étincelle,
Got that voice coming back.
fragment essentiel. Éclat, clarté. Ardent regard, vigilant.
Wow.
Very beautiful.
Du néant,
Just piano. Sometimes the strings coming in, but not a lot. This one seems a lot nicer than
Yeah.
the others. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Nicer.
You know, it doesn't feel as dark as the other ones.
Right.
Sereine ton arrêt assassin, libre le vent, délivre ton cœur, aérienne ton
Nice runs in the background with the piano.
Mhm. Get that strings coming back in.
So close to you.
The harmony really opens up.
Ton chagrin annuel,
It feels much more expansive.
Yeah, I feel like this is looking at a much broader idea or expanse.
Yeah. It really gives you a sense of looking outward instead of inward, which it seems like a lot of the other tracks are doing. You know what I mean?
At least that's what I'm vibing with.
Yeah.
Parts of it are actually quite confident,
Mm-hmm.
unlike some of the others.
Yeah.
Autrefois, tu écoutais nos voix. À présent, notre absence
Those runs on those pianos.
Mhm.
It's nice. I know you commented on it earlier, but it is cool.
Needs to be noted again.
Libre, âme du néant.
It's epic without having to be a whole orchestra, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And again, we're only dealing with, what, 2 instruments here?
2 instruments and a voice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So much expression in those strings.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And a little bit of restraint with the strings in order to get that kind of slightly scratchy sound.
Yeah. Very
What
cool.
the
Very
heck?
beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said all my thoughts as it was playing, but just so expansive, looking outward, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
But as small as the orchestration is, like, it still sounds big in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and the rhythm is very supportive and it moves forward without hesitation while still carrying this soft, uplifting piece that's just
Mhm.
really beautiful. You know, the score gives this feeling of being larger without getting louder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, there's been a common theme. I think we've mentioned it in like every single track. It accomplishes this with very little instruments.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
You know, making things sound epic like this, you know, there's ways that we do it. And I didn't realize I thought of it this way, but when I think of a whole full string section,
Mm-hmm.
I imagine a lot of little violins, violas, cellos, basses, far away, filling up space. But when I hear big, epic, single instruments, I imagine in my head a really big violin close to me. Does that kind of make sense?
All I can think of is when you said little baby violins. I'm like, what is this, a school for ants?
How will they get in the building?
Zoolander, anybody?
But
Oh,
does that kind of make sense?
Yes, I get it. It
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
It's
like
a funny
that-
analogy, but I get it.
I can hear that big violin or cello, whatever, right here in my face,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to a bunch of smaller ones far off.
Yeah.
We are on to our last 2. Next is Renoir. Renoir. I'll bet it's Renoir.
Renoir. It is Renoir.
Hmm.
Renoir.
I'm a genius. Ooh.
Starting off strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, strong is a good way to say it.
Getting a lot of dissonance in that piano.
Mm-hmm. Conflict.
Some tremolo strings coming in there.
And whatever she's singing, this seems important. That she seems to have the need to slow herself down and be
Mhm.
clear.
Oh,
Feels old and half worn.
yeah. Very cool build there.
Piano.
The violin coming in there.
It's like way more urgent now. And then it has times of like heavy worn and then urgency.
Yeah. It almost feels very reflective. You know what I mean? We're again looking introspectively.
Yeah. I feel like this is the most dynamic so far in terms of like it's relentless at times. It's it's reflective, so it like has silence.
Yeah.
But it also kind of like lulls sometimes.
Yeah. Whoa. What just happened?
Somebody just died.
Is that how it ended?
That's how it ended.
What does it mean?
Drama. Dramatic.
Oh man.
Okay, that's a statement. And I'm sure this is like, if you understand the story, all of this probably makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like, of course it would be that way.
Like, you have this whole beautiful reflection throughout this whole piece, and then all of a sudden you just end with this dramatic chord. Ooh, I don't know what it means.
What does it
mean?
This takes us to our last one, Alicia, which seems to be maybe not just a favorite, but like most important to the story or the overall narrative.
Yeah. This already feels much more about the voice rather than the music. The music is very much more supporting her singing.
This kind of sounds like an anchor, possibly, for the game.
Yeah.
That resolve moving forward.
Yeah, it's like nothing underneath is trying to steal the attention of her voice.
This is a great theme. Theme is amazing.
Yeah.
It's hummable. You can remember it and sing it. And there's like resolve parts, and there's like more wandering, kind of beautiful sweeping.
The melody just kind of floats. You know, it keeps this intimate and fragile feeling throughout the piece.
And yet the piano's actually way simpler in this one, with just those like heavy chords.
Yeah.
But there's such a weight. Boom.
And the strings are much more flowing.
Yeah, this doesn't sound as intimate as the other strings. This is like a section further away.
They're very interesting. You know, I think she keeps very restrained in her singing in this piece. And I think if she leaned harder or tried to sound bigger, I think the whole piece would fall apart. You know what I mean?
I get you. That makes
because
sense.
that's not what this piece is about. It's powerful because it stays light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the composer really leaned into function and narrative over, creative idea. Even
Yeah.
though it's like it's all very creative, obviously,
Yeah.
but like you can be creative for creative sake that doesn't help the project at all.
Yeah.
It just like pats yourself on the back. I created a cool thing. Or you can be creative in storytelling. So I feel like up front was storytelling and
Yeah.
function.
Yeah, you know what this soundtrack does extremely well is if when you look at other soundtracks, they do a great job of mimicking what's going on screen. It mimics the action that you're seeing, right? Which works,
Right.
and that's great. But this soundtrack is so extremely expressive. I think that's one of the things that makes this soundtrack so different than most other music we've ever heard in a video game. Rightly so, I think is one of the major reasons why it won. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, like you said, when you're making the music to be like a direct representation of what you're seeing on screen, Mickey Mousing sometimes when you're really pushing forward into like
Mhm.
Pixar, which means like they thump their foot and you hear an instrument go boom. That's like
Yeah.
one extreme of it. Then you can have vibe that suits what's going on, but this is almost like Dark Souls. The first Dark Souls did this where the master of the game, the boss, you're expecting this huge epic thing
Mhm.
that all the bosses have, but it's just a vicious piano piece that's more reflective.
Yeah.
So you're battling, but it's like you're battling with like time stopped, it feels like, because the music is so reflective, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It seems like you're gonna play this whole game with a constant reflection, almost narration
Yeah.
happening the whole time. That's just giving so much weight. You're almost
Yeah.
like viewing something that happened in the past as opposed to like it's happening now. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Very, very
so
cool. Oh,
So I think where we landed is that we have multiple reoccurring themes reinforcing the narrative of the game. The music reflecting the overarching setting as opposed to reflecting on exactly what's happening beat for beat. Not that we understand what that narrative is, but in the spirit of what does it all mean, which seems to be a common theme throughout this episode, what do you think the music is actually trying to say? Or maybe share with us in the comments so we can all learn from each other.
thank you guys so much for your love and support. We really appreciate it. We just hit over 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely huge. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. Some of you come back every time we post an episode. We see your comments. We try to respond to every single one of them. So continue to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll be sure to reply as soon as we can. And with that, cue the score.
You the score.
Cue the score!
Cue
the score!
What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?